What up, fam? Welcome to
Hello.
MIKEroaggress'd. I'm so excited. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I've been wanting to do a show with this queen for the longest time. I love you. You are amazing. Everyone, welcome Clerpatriot.
Hello, everybody. Super excited.
How's it going, my love?
Going great, pissing off liberals. Just another day.
I know you said you pissed off. You were telling me before you pissed off the Somalians, and I'm kind of jealous. I feel like I need to step up my game if I'm not sufficiently pissing off the
I
Somalians.
know if you're not getting misspelled messages like in droves, then you're doing something wrong.
So what are they? Are they like Nigerian prince sort of messages or
No, like so there's the Somalians and then it's the other one. I can't even remember Somali something. And so one of them they hate
Nigerians?
one of them, the group hates Ilhan, and the other group is like diehard Ilhan. So I have ones that are like in my inbox, like, how dare you? Like, they sound like kindergartners. And then the other ones are like, you are amazing. And I'm like, can you guys no?
Pick one. Also, hey, to our beautiful chat friends, thanks for being here, hanging out. Duke, Dylan, Saw, you're the best. Ramiro, Kelly, Soldier Girl, everyone, thanks for hanging out. I am in. Oh, is it? It's freezing where you are? Because I am freezing here in
It is
Florida.
freezing. It's not right. Like, what is the temp there?
It was 30 degrees before.
Yeah, it was like 35 this morning, and now it's dropping again. This is not right.
Why,
Mm-mm.
why? And I've been, by the way, I've been so smug the last week and giving people such shit that they're in their cold ass states and the storms and stuff. I was like, hey, I'm in Florida. And now here
Same,
I am with like
same.
sweaters on.
We did this to ourselves because I'm like, I'm going to the beach. And then I'm like, okay.
Yeah, maybe like ice skate on the water.
Oh, it's terrible. And if I'm from Illinois and it feels colder here at 30 degrees than it did back there. And people say that's like a thing. And I thought people in Florida were just being dramatic.
I
But it
did
is, it's
too.
a thing.
How long have you been in Florida?
I think like 7 months now.
Oh, you're super new too.
Yeah. Where are you
Hey.
from?
What's that?
Where are you from?
I'm from New York City and I just moved here last year.
Okay, so do you notice that it's like cold as hell when it
Yes.
feels colder? I don't get it.
No, it's horrible. It's horrible because we're not prepared for it. We're not used to it. At least in Illinois or New York, when it's cold, we put on like 17 layers and it sucks, but you at least know what to expect.
Yeah, here no, I got rid of all of like most of my winter clothes. I've been wearing like the same 5 sweatshirts.
Same. Are you liking it here?
I love it. I absolutely love it. See, back home, I could never get involved in like any sort of local politics because I swear they're all rhinos. Like none of them are real Republicans. I would send messages. No one ever would take me up on it. Down here, instantly, I'm like invited to stuff and they're like, how, get involved. And I'm like, thank you. Because I don't want to just be on the internet. Like I want to get
Yeah.
involved in local politics.
Is
So it
Illinois
makes
the same as New York, where it's like there might as well not even be a Republican Party?
Yes, and the ones that are running, like, dude, I reached out to these people. They're all over TikTok acting like talking this big game against Pritzker, yet they don't want the help of their local content creators that are willing to, like, are you really a Republican? Like,
Yeah. I always say I wish I loved anything as much as Republicans love losing. It's like they're just so good at it.
yeah. And then when we get in power, yeah, we all like it's like the infighting and yeah, chaos.
It's crazy to me how like Republicans had this great victory in the last election and now it's incredible to just watch them squander it in every conceivable way.
I think that's why our local elections are so important and people don't the Republican Party is known for not showing up for local elections. Anybody listening, we have got to get out for local elections. 'Cause you see these people in Congress that are not doing their job. We need to change that. They don't, you know what I mean? Like anybody that's being primaried, they can get them out.
Yeah. Did you see the other day they had a vote on a bill where the government can shut your car off remotely and all
Yeah,
these Republicans voted for it? I'm like,
they all
why
need to
even there
go.
really is no opposition?
No, and that's absolutely ridiculous. Like, I don't understand how they don't see that as violating our rights. Like, and I'm sure they're trying to say it's from like if somebody's running from the cops or something, but that doesn't mean that everybody in the country needs to have their car turned off because, say we go back to a Kamala at some point that wants to silence people. I mean, we're all gonna have our cars shut off.
Yeah. Yeah, you think they wouldn't have done that during COVID?
Yeah.
"Oh, you're out of your house, let's turn your car off."
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
surprised the UK hasn't done that yet.
I am too. They've gone really nuts.
Yeah.
Which part of PA? Oh, sorry, I thought that was for Illinois. Wrong place,
Illinois.
Dylan.
Yeah.
That's how was that though? Like being stuck with were they all crazy lefties?
They were so the town that I'd go to get groceries and stuff, because I lived out in the middle of nowhere, because I preferred to, I just preferred to be away from everybody. I started to I had a few videos go really big on the wrong side of TikTok. So all these people were like using my video, and I started having crazy lefties like come up to me in the store and like glare at me or say things to me. And I'm like, or they're so they're such little bitches. Like they would I would hear them talking about me, and then they'd be like, and I'm like, do you have a problem? Like, you guys are insane.
Oh god. I think the only people who have recognized me ever have been friendly. It's weird when I was in New York though in the city, anytime I would wear like a MAGA hat or something, I would mostly just get positive stuff like people coming up high-fiving me and shit.
That's amazing. Yeah, see, it's weird because I can go out and wear nothing political, and nobody notices me, but the minute I put a MAGA hat on, and then it's like a couple people will be like, "Oh," and I'm like, it's like I'm invisible otherwise.
I don't believe you. I feel like people notice you no matter what.
Sometimes the pictures is
Is
weird.
it
It
is it
they
just
will
me, by
like
the way, or do
sneak.
you feel like I'm starting to feel lately so after the election, a lot of people were saying, "Woke is dead. We won," all this stuff, and I was like, "I don't know about that," and now I is it just me, or I'm starting to feel a resurgence of this, like, 2017 era sort of stuff where there are these religious beliefs that you have to pretend to believe in. Now it's the current thing is ICE, the current thing is illegals, before that it was trans, before that it was race, before that it was Me Too. And it just seems like it's becoming inescapable at this point that it feels like there's just as much blacklisting as there ever was. There's just as much canceling that if you don't subscribe to this bullshit, it seems like nothing has changed in a way.
Yeah, but it just shifts to a different topic. I agree. I do think that there is, with some of the Republicans themselves, they think that somebody should be canceled for using their First Amendment rights when they're allowed to have those opinions as long as they're not threatening anybody. I mean, they may
Mhm.
be stupid opinions, but like they're allowed to
Yeah.
do it, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. It's really bugging me the level of indoctrination at this point that people still have. I really thought in a way we were past this, that we were sort of with the election victory that people had to tolerate that not just half the country disagrees with them, but the majority of voters at this point do.
Yeah.
Because I think Trump would win again. But it's like, but what is it that people who vote for him still are kind of quiet?
I I don't know. I think some of it is that the loudest people on the internet is the left. They're very loud and they're very psycho. So there are a lot of people that still don't feel comfortable speaking out.
Yeah. So I guess speaking of eyes, I guess let's get into this shooting. What are your thoughts on this? I've been trying to like go over it and educate myself on it and stuff. What are you thinking?
So the Alex Preddy, is
Mhm.
that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
So my thoughts, I haven't shared a lot of them, but he did have the right to have his firearm down there, but the problem is everything that he did other than just carry the firearm, right? Like, he was fighting with federal agents just days before. They knew who he was because he was a known agitator, and then he brings a firearm, and that firearm is, like, one that, will go off on its own. A lot of times, it's known for doing that. You bring, like, one of the worst firearms, and then, like, look at, like, what you wanna do. See, I carry, and if I get pulled over or anything, my hands are on the steering wheel, and the
Yeah.
first thing I'm saying is, "I have a firearm. Please come
Yeah.
get the firearm." And, he should, if you're responsibly carrying, you should put your hands up. And the other thing is, he didn't have his ID on him, which means legally, and the libs don't wanna hear this, but legally, he was not actually carrying by legal standards.
Oh, that's true. I hadn't heard that. Yeah,
But
I
it's
think
it's a disaster. It is. I think it was, that the way ICE handled it, I think was poor training because they removed the firearm, but I think there was a lack of communication. I'll be the first to admit that.
Hmm.
Like, I really do, but I also think, it was two wrongs.
I agree. And I think I felt the same way with the girl that in the car, Renee Good, that I feel sad in a way that these people are just so captured by ideology. They believe in things that aren't real, that have existed for decades. We've been dealing with illegal immigration, and only now they've decided to be against illegal immigration makes you a fascist Hitler.
It's the mainstream media. They are so programmed, and there's no talking to them. That's the problem. I think in this country, we just can't have a discussion because one side of the aisle is convinced that we're all like Nazis. Like,
Yeah.
they will not talk to us. And at the end of the day, until they get out of that and they stop thinking that we are just the most horrible, murderous people on the planet, they're never ever going to stop being this nuts.
Yeah, and it really is affecting people's life. I mean, propaganda kills at this point. That
Yeah.
people are getting so worked up over this and being so misled on this that they're putting themselves in horrible situations. I'm totally with you that he had the right to carry, but I feel like just because you have the right to do something doesn't mean you should. Like you had the
Yes.
right to carry, but is it wise to go there with a gun and do all this? No.
And to, like, them already knowing that you are an agitator, they know to look out for you, they know you're out there trying to you're up to no good, and then you wanna bring a firearm, like, none of it lines up for me, and I guess his parents had a discussion with him telling him to stop or not get in the way, not be a straight up agitator, and, so they kind of probably saw some of what was to come,
Wow.
and he still did you see that the mainstream media changed his photo to make him
I gotta
more
pull this up.
attractive?
I'm like, oh, we use the same filter. I gotta find this. What's that? Yeah, they. I love how like we can't have ugly martyrs. We need cute martyrs.
It's absolutely insane, and, like, I went to school for marketing, I did online marketing for a long time, and, like, that is just such a psychological like, they're like, "He has to be more attractive so people feel more sad about it." Like, what?
Oh my god, they gave him a
That is
nose job. They gave him buccal fat removal. They gave him a little better hairline.
and he's,
He's
like, buff.
smiling. Yeah, they gave him a nicer body too.
That's ridiculous, and can you imagine his family seeing that? Like, can you
I
imagine
hate that
opening
we
the
use the
news and
same
be
filter though.
like, "Who is that?"
I love it. It's like it's amazing that the people who their voter base are like these fat slobs with pronouns are the same people now who are like, we can't identify with you if we don't want to fuck you.
It's ridiculous.
This is crazy. And it's like, and the thing is, half the country will never know of this, and half the country
No,
will see nothing wrong with this.
and I made a post about it, and on TikTok, which is kind of a liberal cesspool at this point, I had people commenting, like, that com completely unrelated topics. They were talking about, "Well, aren't you pro 2A?" And I'm like, "That has nothing to do with the fact that I just said this man was put through a filter for you guys or the mainstream media." Like, what?
Still can't get over how the media yassified him. They gave
Gasified
him a
him.
makeover. They gave him a post-mortem makeover.
Oh, I can't even imagine being his mom.
God. That'd probably be like, "Oh, he should have had a little work done while he was still with us. He looks kinda good in the after picture." Like, if I were him, this would be the photo I'd be taking to the plastic surgeon.
No kidding. It's like the dating profile picture that he should use to, like, catfish
Oh my
people.
god, the one on the right, that's the one you swipe on, and then the one on the left shows up. Yeah, this is so true, Tim. Why won't ICE de-escalate? Because you can't de-escalate with people who think they are fighting Nazis. It's true. I mean,
It
these are
is.
people who are so captured by ideology. The media is so irresponsible at this point that they're actually getting people killed.
Yeah, and I do not understand how they haven't been held accountable or how things haven't changed because, like, why are we still allowing like, look at what it's doing to people. It's making people drive into federal agents. Like, what
Yeah.
you just they get to keep doing it? Okay.
And this guy was what? A doctor, a nurse?
He was a nurse.
He was a nurse. So like, what does he need with this aggravation? You have a career, you have a life. Like, what do you need with this aggravation? Because typically
I
we think of leftist agitators just being unemployed losers, but it's even people in actual professions.
Did you see that they're gonna do, like, a nurse strike on Friday for him? Like,
Oh, you're
nurses all
kidding
over the
me.
nation. Yes. And I guess, like, my friend that is a nurse got an email from the national whatever it is, like, nursing board, basically saying dude was like a saint. And I'm like, what's going on in the medical field? I feel so bad for any sane people that work with these types of people.
Yeah, Roswell, this is so true. The healthcare orgs are pushing far left ideologies as part of employee training, and annual required trainings reinforce it every year. MNA endorsed its members to go out and protest ICE.
That is absolutely insane and irresponsible.
This is what I mean, that I feel like we're getting back, like we're regressing. We're going back to 2020 era of this shit.
I just don't understand how any of them like, imagine being lied to over and over again, and then you find out what you were told to freak you out was complete BS. And then instead of being like, "Well, I should, like, look into this. Why do I still follow these people?" You just go on to the next thing. Like, how insane is that?
Always. Always. It's always the next thing. I don't know. That's not how it was for me. Like I used to be a liberal, and once I realized that these people were lying, never again.
Yeah, I was a liberal too. I feel like I was like, I don't
Hey.
I don't know, like, I didn't so I feel like even when I was a Democrat, I don't know if I was a liberal, I was a Democrat, it was more like I followed the same things as now. And I don't know if like things have shifted or if I was just confused and thought I was a Democrat.
No, I'm kind of the same way. And back then it wasn't, I
It
guess,
wasn't
as
insane.
openly extreme as it is now.
No.
No borders, no gender, no nothing.
None of that extra
No
stuff,
rights.
and I think my biggest thing was that I supported, like, gay rights. I was like, "It doesn't the government doesn't need to be in those things," and, like, I thought for a long time that, they lied to us, I feel like, for so many years and acted as though, like, funding for these, like, Planned Parenthood was to help young girls be able to, get what they needed, but in reality, that we were just funding mass abortions,
Yeah.
and I thought for sure I was supporting, like, young girls being able to be taken care of, but no.
No, have you seen those videos where they'll call up Planned Parenthood wanting help with things like that? And they're like, no, just
Yeah.
abortion. We only do
Yeah.
abortion.
Did you know they do, like, gender affirming care at some of them too, and they don't even have, like, a doctor that comes in? They just if you get a note, you can go in and get your hormones.
Ugh, I hate it so much. They've changed stuff with that enough where, I mean, people can just, like, get them online at this point
Yeah,
and
it's
start transitioning themselves. It's crazy.
that's probably why they're all going crazy.
Yeah. All the hormones.
All hormones.
I came across this before though. So I saw, I think it was Soldier Girl, I saw asked in chat before. I couldn't confirm if this was true, so I'm not sure, but I had heard that he deleted his social media and quit his job, and because he was under, here it is. He was under investigation. Apparently, I haven't seen if that was confirmed yet, but I heard people saying he deleted all his social media and stuff. So I don't
I
know.
heard he was under investigation too.
To me, the impression I got from it is I don't think he went there to like kill a bunch of ICE officers. I think he's a person who was captured by ideology and put himself in a horrible situation. Like
Yeah, he thought he
I'm with
was
you. I think there's fault to go around.
I do too, but I also think these people are absolutely unhinged, and I can't imagine being an ICE officer because there is like all these people that are absolutely insane that want to kill you running around. Like, how do you handle that situation in the first place? Like, these guys are probably going to come out of there and be a little bit nervous all the time.
Yeah, I would be.
Yeah.
And I mean, to compare them to Nazi stormtroopers, like as if the Nazis escorted people back to their home.
I know, and did you see that, Tim Walz compared what was it, Anne Frank and, the what was it, the Holocaust Museum came out and said, "Could you please stop doing that?" Like, that's so insensitive, and I'm
Oh,
like,
did they? I didn't see that.
"Yes."
I'm good. I'm at least glad somebody will say something. I said,
Yeah,
did you
because it
see
is.
there's a musical Slam Frank that's like uh Latinx black lesbian and Frank. It's a satire of woke shit. But I told
It's
the guy
satire.
who wrote it, I was like, here, you got your sequel. It can be about ice, the next Anne Frank. I came across this before though, so I hadn't seen this that you were talking about this before that he was going after federal officers a couple days before. Like, just
This
look at this
movement
shit.
filmed on January 13th in Minneapolis, showing a man who appears to be Alex Preddy interacting with federal immigration agents 11 days before Border
Like,
Patrol
who
shot
does
and
this?
killed
Would
him.
you ever go?
Our city
No.
Like, I can't comprehend
facial
who does
recognition
this.
technology confirmed his identity to a 97% degree of accuracy. On the morning of January 13th,
Insanity.
And he did this
said
and
that
thought this
federal
is a
agents
great
were
idea. Let me go
blocking the
back
street
for
at the
more.
corner of East 36 and Park Avenue in Minneapolis. We arrived around 10:50.
And what do they think they're accomplishing? That's my
Were shouting at the
question.
agents as they walked back to their
It really
vehicles.
is just
When they started
cosplaying at this
driving
point,
away,
It
basically.
one
Do
really
man
is,
hit a
yeah.
tail light.
you see the
An
light go
agent then got out
flying?
of the vehicle, grabbed
Yes,
him,
he
and
kicked the
pushed
whole
him to the
thing
ground.
off.
Like, who does that?
I wonder if this is the incident that broke his ribs.
Oh, you think?
Maybe.
During the
I hadn't heard
altercation,
that.
agents fired tear gas
Also, I
and
wanted to
pepper
ask you,
balls into
so
the crowd.
you probably know a lot more about firearms than I do, but there are guns that just go off by themselves accidentally. Like, how is that something like that
So,
even on
like,
the
the
market?
trigger is very sensitive. And somebody that knows how to use a firearm, like, I would never own that. Like, even though I know how to use a firearm, I no, I'm good. But like someone that doesn't really know, and I just don't think it was a good choice for him.
Yeah. I don't think
There was
any of
some
this was a good
choices
choice
made.
for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe they actually sell a gun that even does that though.
Yeah, there's a lot of, I mean, you really when you're looking into buying firearms, you really need to know what you're doing. And like I said, I am not the person, like my husband will go get the firearm and make sure that it's something that is like very easy for me to use and is not going to do that, you know?
Oh.
So, if you don't know though, then you end up like somebody that is walking the streets with like a ticking time bomb.
I feel like just in general, liberals and firearms, that's a bad mix.
Can you believe where we've gotten? Like, they used to be so against, they wanted us to like sell back our firearms, and now they're
Yeah,
carrying
here we'll
them.
give you $20. Which is so insane, first of all, because like the people who you'd even need to worry about having them if they're crazy mentally ill people, as if they're gonna be like, okay, here's my guns for $20.
Exactly. Or like, there's so much gun violence in Chicago. And like, do you think all of those people that are committing the gun violence got those guns legally? Like, they're
Yeah.
not going to hand them over. They're the ones that are going to be left with the firearms, and we're all going to be screwed.
Yeah. And also it would only be poor people mostly because
Yeah.
it would be people who you have no need to worry about them having a firearm who just need some money.
Yeah.
But
It's
oh,
just a
they did it
horrible
in
idea.
Australia, so
Ugh. Yeah. And
God,
that,
that's another country that went off the deep end.
it is. I have so many people that follow me from Australia because they're so
Ew.
sick of it.
I love my Australians.
Me too. They're great and they're so educated on what's going on in our country. Like, because I think that they see and what happened to them, and they don't want that to happen to anybody else, but they also are, I think, secretly like, please come save us.
And they're cute too. Like if I lived in Australia, I feel like I would be married by the end of the year.
They are cute. They have the cutest accents.
I know. If the country weren't nuts, I would seriously just like move to Australia.
We kind of live in like the United States, Australia, though. We have crazy shit here.
That's true. Yeah, just get our cars turned off by the government.
Yeah.
So wait, so you said you used to be more liberal. When did you change?
So during Obama, I started to realize that he was just pushing division, and I would like see. what he was saying didn't line up with what actually happened, and then, like, that was when I started to wake up because I was like, "This dude just seems like he's trying to make things worse, and he's getting on TV acting like he's trying to make things better." But then, when Trump was running, the first time, I started to realize when you'd watch the media, they would say, "He said this or did that." Specifically, do you remember the whole he was making fun of a disabled person
Oh
thing?
yeah.
So I watched that as it was happening, and then I watched what the media said, and I was like, "They have been lying." It was like, "They
Yeah.
have been lying to us this whole time." So I started to pay attention to that and, like, watching full videos and making my own assessments, and then I started trying to talk to other liberals, and I'm like, "Dude, did you notice that they're lying to us?" And they all, like, attacked me.
'Cause
And I'm like,
it's religion to them. This is like a fundamentalist religion. You
it's, like,
can't argue.
insane. They're definitely in a cult.
Yeah, it's like trying to tell a Muslim, "Oh, well, actually, Muhammad did this and married a child." Like, they'll be headless by the end of that conversation.
It's like they just, like, their face, and then they're like, "No, that's not what happened. How dare you question anything?" Like, just
Yeah,
completely nuts. And then I was like, "Dude, I don't wanna be a part of this. You guys
yeah.
can't even ask questions."
No, even for me, I was still a Democrat back then in 2016, so just trying to educate myself because I took my vote seriously, so just trying to educate myself on who to vote for between Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders. Bleh. You weren't allowed to do research without getting screamed at. You weren't allowed to
Oh.
analyze their records, what they've done, their policies.
Yeah, I was asking questions when I first started realizing, and it was, like, on Facebook, and I don't even remember what I asked, but I just started questioning things, and I got attacked, and I was like, "I'm not even talking poorly about anybody, I'm just simply asking questions." And it's like, they're like, "No, you can't ask questions, how dare you?" Like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was around the time too that, like, every day I became some sort of racist, sexist,
Yeah.
homophobic, Nazi. Like, I'd never been called any of these things in my life, and suddenly every single day.
Did you like, at first, I feel like everybody was like, "Wow, I don't wanna be those things," and now if somebody says those things to us, we're like, "Okay."
Yeah, I'm like, "Okay, yes, I'm a racist, now what?"
Yeah.
It's
I'm a traitor.
it really does feel to me though lately like we're heading back to that era. I don't know why, it's bugging me lately that I feel like I'm realizing that, like, I'm not allowed to have a hobby, I'm not allowed to do anything without this getting in the way.
Yeah, I
It
agree.
it sucks.
It does. Like, we're so, we can't. A good example, I can post something that is non-political on my page, and they will still talk about politics. Like, it's
Yes,
never ending.
yes. Because that's for me, I've seen a lot of people, even ones I agree with, be totally consumed by politics and being angry all the time, and I'm like, "I don't wanna become like that." So
No,
any sort of hobby of my I or just even friendly social interactions, I keep politics out. I'm not going around talking politics with people. I
same,
right? But you will never be shown that same respect by other people.
Oh,
Like,
no.
they bring it in. Even, like, playing a video game, like, I'm trying to just play a stupid video game, and the people it matches you with in my headphones are just all bitching about ICE, and you see their screen names, and it's Free Palestine, and it's Abolish ICE, and
It's
they're
their whole
bitching about
personality.
it.
Yeah, like, it is literally their whole personality. It's like you'll see a video on, like, Instagram of, like, a man next to a beautiful cliff, and somebody's like, "If that was Donald Trump, I'd push him." Like, they just can't.
Ugh.
It's like they can't ever just enjoy anything. They have to
That
ruin
oh my god.
everything.
And it's how violent they've become too. Some cooking
Mm.
channel that I subscribe to on YouTube, I was watching their new video the other day, and his video is literally, "This is the meal I would make to kill Donald Trump."
What is wrong with people? They
I'm
don't
like, "Well,
value
I
human
actually
life
liked
at
this
all.
channel up until that."
It's the dog videos lately, the dog channel. Soldier's Girl that's down there sent me some. They're turning their dog channels into political channels. Wh
How?
and
What are they having dog put his paw on, like, an
they'll, like, put up
anti-ice
a
flyer?
they'll put up a thing that says, "I this is not a political channel, but it is, because if I don't talk about ICE, I may never see my dogs again," and it's some, like, white liberal woman. I'm
It's always a white liberal woman.
like, "Where are you going? They gonna send you to, like, Europe or something?"
You know what's interesting? Now that I think of it, though, I feel like this issue more than any that I've seen in a long time, except maybe the trans one, but this, it seems like, is really, like, 100% white people outrage.
It is, it's all white people. It is. Because
It
even,
it
like,
'cause I don't know, I think black people are are a bit more attuned to being against illegal immigration.
and I think that they so what I've noticed is a lot of the black people are getting kind of frustrated with it because where did the illegal immigrants end up?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Not in Martha's Vineyard. Remember when DeSantis sent
Yeah.
them there? They packed them a little lunch and sent them packing. Goodbye. Not in our backyard.
Yeah,
That's the
they're
thing
like,
that I
"Get
feel
out."
like. What's that?
And the other like, "Get out." Oh,
Yeah, it's always they want these policies for other people, not for themselves.
I don't know what just happened. Sorry, a pop-up came up and then I was gone.
You got it. But yeah, no, with the policies that they want to impart on other people, they wouldn't want for themselves.
Ever, ever. Like, they will never, ever like, it's like the conversation, what if all you white liberal women have such a problem with it, why don't you sponsor these people and get them here illegally? Why don't you take them into your house and be responsible for them for 5 years? Because that's what it should take. What but they're like, "No, I can't do that. I can't do
I
I
love
mm."
the multi-millionaire celebrities posting about all this shit. Martha Stewart is posting about it now. I'm like, I thought she was kind of based. Like, I love that woman. Like,
I
way to
haven't
let
seen
me
what
down.
she said. What'd she say?
Oh, her granddaughter is telling her she has to speak up because this needs to stop and fascism. I'm like, get the fuck. I'm like, cool. So which of your mansions will you be housing illegals in?
Exactly. No, it's weird because they all came out with a statement in the last several days. Like, are you guys getting some marching orders? Like, what the heck is this? Why all of a sudden are you all speaking out? Like, I didn't see any of you speaking out when Lake and Riley was taken from this earth, or how when all the Democrats refused to stand up to honor a child
Mhm.
with cancer or the women that were taken off this earth. Yet you want to speak out now because you have a problem with ICE removing criminals that have literally hurt children.
And the thing is too, even if they aren't all violent criminals, they are still criminals. Every single one of them committed a crime.
And I love how, like, a lot. So my mom, I'm a first generation. My mom is from Vietnam. She came here
Oh,
legally.
wow.
A lot of legal immigrants don't support this because they had to go through so much to get
Yeah.
here and get their citizenship. And I'm not saying that there doesn't need to be some sort of reform on how
Yeah.
quickly that goes and all of that. But you're saying that these people can just come here, get everything handed to them, and that's what you guys want? Like, absolutely not. Like, when my mom came here, she had to repay everything that the government gave her, and she was a refugee. So,
Oh, wow.
like, now they just get, like, a link card and, like, a bunch of food and clothing and a place to stay, and they get to just frolic around and not spend a dime? No.
It's crazy. These people, if you want open borders so badly, open borders start at home. Leave your front door wide open. Let anyone come in to your house. You don't get to ask who they are. You don't get to vet them. You don't get to ask questions. You definitely don't get to kick them out. That would be fascism. And then it doesn't matter how many of them overtake your house. It's like calling them your new roommate. They're your undocumented roommate.
We should just start sending them again. That was so funny. Send them
Oh,
to, like,
I love that.
blue cities, like, drop them off at Tim Wall's house, like, "Here, you take them since you wanna be responsible for them."
Do you remember do you remember Cher said something about it? She's like, "I don't want them here." She's like, "I don't want them in my neighborhood." And she supports all this shit. But she really said the quiet part out loud.
Kelly Osbourne, that was, like, the most epic
Oh.
moment where she's like, "Who's going to clean your toilet?"
This really is though how these affluent liberals see other people.
It is, and it's, like, disgusting. I mean, they wanna say we're horrible people. Hi, we support livable wages. Like, you guys are
Yeah.
using these people as, like, slave labor. Like,
Which
it's
by the
not
way
okay.
which by the way was the exact argument that
Mhm.
Democrats used back in the day to justify keeping slavery. If we
Exactly.
abolish slavery, who's gonna pick the cotton?
It's absolutely sickening, and they do not see it. I'm like, and then they wanna turn around and act like we were the side that was, like, the KKK, and I'm like, "No, we were not the side that did any of that. That
Yeah.
was you."
This is a very good point, Tim. ICE has been operating for over a year all over the country. The only shootings have been in Minneapolis. This is not an ICE problem. This.
Yep.
Good
It is
point.
because if Tim Walz had just worked with ICE, and I read, I can't remember the exact number, it was something like 240 or 480, I can't remember, but there was a bunch of people that were illegals that were put in jail or prison there. And Tim Walz, instead of turning them over to ICE without having to go get them, just like let them off into his streets. And that's what this was all about. Like, this is a Tim Walz problem. This is a Minnesota problem. Every other state is handing over their criminals. That's all they want. And then they wouldn't be in your streets picking up random people.
Yeah, well, it's interesting. The last mayor of New York, Eric Adams, when he was running, was all, oh, sanctuary city, abolish ICE, all of that. And then he became mayor and he saw it for what it was and said, no, we can't be a sanctuary city. We can't be having this. So they went and elected someone even more far left.
Yeah, it's insane. Did you see? He said the new Mandami said that they have like a $10 million deficit now after he just said that he was going to give free childcare to everybody
Gee, and free buses.
and free
Which, by the
buses.
way, the buses in New York have two doors on them. One is at the back, and these are long ass buses. All the friggin' people just walk in through the back and no one stops them. So you have to be a real idiot to not know how to get free buses in New York.
That's hilarious. Is it expensive to ride like the train and stuff?
It's like it used to be $2. It's probably three now. I think it was 2.75 when I left.
I
Like
mean,
it
that's not terrible, but
actually,
I
I
mean,
wonder
if
if
you had to
they've
go to
raised it
work every
more.
day, I'm sure they have. They raised the price. But if and you know what's crazy to me?
It's
If they
three
have free
now.
buses and well, free transit, all of it, where do you think all the homeless people are going to go in the middle of winter?
Yeah. It actually hasn't raised too bad though, because when I was a kid, it was like 2 or 2.50, so it's three now. Like that's
Oh,
not
well,
terrible.
that's about how much it was when I was in San Francisco.
Really? Oh my God, did
Yeah.
you live in San Francisco?
I did. I think that's why I
Oh.
was, like, liberal because I went from Illinois to California. I lived
Oh,
in
how
LA
was
for a
it?
while too. LA was awful. I
You were
went
in
there.
LA too? Oh God, I feel so
Yeah.
sorry for you.
I went out there because I wanted to get into the industry, and then I got, like, an agent there and stuff, but then I realized everybody there sucked.
They
Like,
suck.
oh, it's awful. Like, nobody actually wants to get to know you. You meet people and they're like, "What do you do for a living? What kind of car do you drive? Where do you live?"
Mhm.
Well, hi, I'm a starving artist right now because 'cause I'm trying to break
Yeah,
into the industry. Okay, well, and then, so I got an agent there. I realized how evil LA was because I started to hear all the dark side of stuff too from friends that
yeah.
had already made it. So I was like, "I'm gonna move to San Francisco because I can just go back and forth, and fly, whatever." And so I moved up there, which was super awesome at the time. But then, Newscomb became our mayor, and,
Ooh.
things started to go downhill pretty quickly.
Oh God, and that's when he was mayor.
Yeah, we all hated him then. I don't understand. I mean, I do understand, but it didn't make sense to me that he became governor when everybody in San Francisco didn't even like him when he was our mayor. Like everybody knew, and all the people in town knew of him. Like he was always such a pompous POS, and like had rumors that he liked the snow. He liked to go skiing,
I could see that.
and that's still a rumor today.
Also, didn't his wife have some kind of Harvey Weinstein connection?
Yes. I think didn't she oh, I can't even remember. Sleep with him, I think, maybe?
Wait, I have to look this up. I don't remember. Yeah, I knew there was something. Or she
He's
wouldn't come out against
literally
him,
like the
something.
devil. I think he might be, like, possessed by demons.
Which one, Newsom or Harvey Weinstein?
Newscomb.
Both, I
Well,
guess.
probably both, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she did.
Ew, how do you do ew.
I don't know. Yeah. He's another one, like, I can't imagine how they're gonna push this guy forward as some sort of legitimate candidate.
Holly Market is calling for him for sure to be the next presidential candidate. I think that's why they sent him to Davos, because why else would he be there? He is like
Where he had
the
his legs open! Did you
And
see
like,
that?
yes.
Like, I don't
And
want to see that shit.
no, he's either sitting like that or like a pretzel. Like,
These are lizard people.
yeah,
This
I
is not a
totally agree.
person.
I mean, look who his aunt is.
Who's his
Nancy
aunt?
Pelosi. You didn't know that? That is
Nancy
exactly
Pelosi is his aunt?
yes. That is how he has become who he is because of Pelosi.
How did I not know that?
I don't know, but, like, it's like I feel like that's how he's gotten away with so many things too, because we know how Pelosi is. Like, she is straight evil.
Yeah. And she's the worst kind of evil. She's competent evil. Like she knows how to get her shit done. Like, ugh.
I'm so glad that she's out, but
Yeah.
now we have Newsome, and, he's gonna be running for president. I think the SAVE Act needs to be, like, we need that. That needs to pass. They
Can
need to get
you
on
tell
that.
people what that is? Because I saw somebody in chat was talking about that earlier.
Well, the SAVE Act is well, I'm gonna look specifically because I don't wanna miss something.
Okay.
Because I will summarize and then people will be like, "You don't know what you're talking about."
I don't know
Um,
what I'm talking about, so I need to.
there's a lot of parts of it that, oh, I'm gonna miss things. So, yeah, so that's what I thought for sure, but the US citizenship to register to vote was the biggest one, and I believe yeah, proof, so voter ID. I was just gonna say voter ID, but they need proof that you are a US citizen in order to vote. So, I don't know if that means I'm pretty sure that means that we're gonna have to have real ID to vote, and if you don't have real ID, you're gonna have to figure that out because women change their names, and that was the biggest thing that the left was upset about. They were like, "Well, women aren't gonna be able to prove who they are." Um, I managed to get a real ID, why can't you?
Yeah. Have you seen that video where this guy's interviewing all these white liberals and they're all saying how voter ID is racist because
Yes.
oh, black people, they don't know how to use the internet. They don't know where the DMV is. They can't do anything. And then he goes and interviews black people in Harlem like, "Hey, do you have an ID?" They're like, "Yeah." He's like, "Do you know anyone who
Yeah.
doesn't have ID?" "No." He's like, "You
They were
you
also
you know how to use the internet?" I'm like, are you crazy?"
they were also saying that people in rural areas wouldn't be able to get an ID to vote, and I'm like, do you think that, like I mean, it is actually even in Illinois, there has to be a DMV within an hour of you. Are you saying these people are incapable of getting in their cars and driving to the DMV? Like, do you think and they're like, "What if they don't have cars?"
Also,
Uh
I'm sorry, if you're too stupid to figure out how to get an ID, you're too stupid to vote.
Exactly. And if you are too stupid to figure out you got married and you changed your name and you can't figure out that you need to bring your marriage license up to get your real ID, then I don't know what to do for you. Like, should you be voting? Should we let you vote? Because
Yeah.
sometimes they seeing these white liberal women, I almost am like, oh, yeah, I understand why people say repeal the 19th.
I had years ago this horrible flood in my apartment that it like destroyed my birth certificate, my social. So like I had to get a new ID with having nothing. And I still figured out a way. I found like every loophole. You had to like go to a doctor and get a letter and all this shit, all these hoops you had to jump through and get a new social security card. And it took
No
forever.
idea.
But
I
I
didn't
still
know that.
got one. Because
You have to
I'm sure it's the same anywhere, but in New York at least, like you can't do anything without an ID. There are buildings that you can't get into the building if you don't have an ID.
yeah, so when like in flying, if you're flying anywhere, you need to have an ID. There's ways to not have an ID to fly, but like I feel like that would just be such a pain.
Yeah, I think I lost my ID once when I had to fly home and I had to get there early, like hours early, and they had to go through every little thing in my suitcase. They made me put my password into my laptop. They checked my laptop. Like it was a pain in the
What?
ass.
So you convinced them to let you fly without an ID?
There is a way, but like it sucks. They went through every single item in my suitcase. It took I had to be there like 8 hours early.
So this was years ago, I was flying back from Chicago to San Francisco and my ID got snapped because I went out with my friends like a dum-dum the night before, and, like, it was super cold outside, and I think I dropped it and stepped on it with my heel, so I had to go f
Oh,
I had to go fly, and they gave me such a hassle because of my ID being broken. Like, I can't imagine you need your ID for everything, like,
everything.
and
If
they're
I go to
saying
get my asthma inhaler from the pharmacy, I need an ID. Like, you need for everything. So to know
and
oh, and
they,
by the way, also, the last place I lived in New York, it was a building that, it was like a house that had apartments in it, so there were maybe, like, 4 or 5 apartments, but it was 1 mailbox for the entire building with no lock on it or anything, and this was in 2020. I opened the mailbox one day, and it just has mail-in ballots, like a dozen of them for everyone in the building, and they don't check ID when you go to vote. You just tell them your name and address. If I wanted to, I could have taken all the ballots and voted 10 times.
that's how it is in Illinois too. So when I went to vote this last time, they wouldn't take my ID because she kept asking me what my address was and what my name was, and I'm like, "Just take my ID." And she's like, "Well, we can't do that." And I'm like, "What do you mean you can't? Like, look me up off my that just common sense. Why am I yelling you my info across the room?" Like,
Yeah.
and, my dad passed away 2 years ago, and for the presidential
Oh,
election,
I'm
I
so
had to
sorry.
remove oh, it's been but thank you.
Of
Um,
course.
so I had to remove him off of Illinois' voter registration because he was a
Mm.
Democrat. I had to remove him, like, I think it was 3 or 4 different times that I had to keep going back there because he I would check again, and he would be on there again, and I'm like, that is weird. Like, how is that happening?"
They had when I went to vote in New York, it's happened a couple times that they either gave me the wrong person's ballot, they gave me my dad's ballot once, like, they don't check anything there.
That's how Illinois is
And it's
too.
crazy, by the way, seeing in Florida how much more efficient it is.
Oh my gosh. Getting have you
Right?
gone and gotten your ID and stuff?
Oh my god.
It's
Yes.
so easy.
Oh, you're very right, it is. Can I tell you what happened? So, I'm born and raised in New York City. I lived there my entire life. I had never driven in my life. So, I move here and I'm like, okay, it's probably going to be a very long process learning how to drive. I'm going to have to like get a permit. I'm going to have to take lessons, all this stuff. So I went to the DMV with my buddy to get just register to vote so that I could vote in the election here and figure I was just getting like my residence, right? So she's asking me questions, whatever. She goes, now do you wear glasses or contacts? I was like, oh yeah, I wear contacts. She goes, okay, and you'll be wearing them when you drive? I was like,
Yeah?
yes, yes, I will be. And I'm looking at my friend, like telepathically saying, don't say anything, don't say anything. She goes, okay, pick up your license from the window. So I have a license now.
That's all you had to do?
That's all, no tests, no nothing. I've never driven.
I was surprised here because I thought for sure they would make me take a test in this state since, like, I'm a new
Do that
driver.
happen either?
They no, they just gave me my license, but I mean, I don't and getting the, like, vehicle switched over is so easy, and the state of Illinois had, like, jacked my shit up. Like
Really?
yes. So you came from a blue state. They're so inefficient and, like, such they're just a cluster F. So we got a vehicle before we left, and it was, like, 5 months before they finally sent the title, but you can't transfer any of your stuff over until you get that title. So then, like, my husband gets pulled over and they're like, "Why haven't you changed your stuff?" And he's like, "I can't. We have been to like they told us we have to wait." Finally get that and they registered the title from it was under my husband. They registered it to me. And then they also like messed up my social security card in the state of Illinois. And anytime you go to the DMV or any of these services, they are absolutely horrendous to you. Like they make you just want to like go outside and be like, on the side of the wall, like, horrible, and
Yup.
here they're like, "Can I help you with anything else?"
I know, they were so friendly.
So friendly, and they're like, "You wanna take our survey?" And I'm like, "Yes, I fucking wanna take your survey."
Dude, Vidal, I miss you. We gotta do a gaming stream soon. Hey, it's not me. They did it. They did it. I still have no idea if it was like a mistake or I don't
I
know what.
maybe they thought because 'cause you're an adult that
They figured I'm so old that like,
like, he has to know how. But,
bro,
on the flip side of that, we have a lot of car accidents in the state of Florida.
maybe this is why.
Maybe
Oh,
this
by the
is
way,
why.
the best part, do you know what it says on my license? Safe driver.
my gosh.
That's me. I'm a safe driver.
So did you know how to drive at all?
No, I'd never driven.
They probably I wonder if they thought that you handed them a driver's license when you
It
got
was just
your
my state ID.
but maybe they thought it was. And you'd have no record of tickets or getting, pulled over, anything. You have no accidents on your record because obviously you've never driven.
That's what I tell my friends. I'm like, hey, I'm the one person who's never had an accident, never had a ticket, never done
No
speeding.
DUIs.
Mike is Rain Man. I'm an excellent driver. I am. Thank you. I'm learning, I guess.
So, but driving near where you live, like, you're brave.
I'm learning. I've done it maybe like twice for like
Really?
10 minutes. My
Yeah,
friend is teaching me how to do turns. I just learned how to do turns.
stay off the highway for a while, because that
Really? I haven't
highway,
driven on the
yeah,
highway.
that
You know
highway
what I found
there.
out about highway driving is that there's like a minimum, and it's a big
Yeah,
minimum.
it's
That
like
sounds scary.
45, isn't it? 45 here or 40?
Yeah, I think I've only driven like 15 miles an hour or something.
Yeah, so, like, even the highway here, 75, I mean, I think that actually goes you transfer onto something else. Anyways, these people are freaking crazy. I thought Chicago and LA drivers were nuts. Florida drivers are on a whole nother level.
I've heard that. I was in Miami for a bit, and which, by the way, other than the beaches and they have nice restaurant, like kind of sucks. And
Yeah,
it is the most expensive place I've ever been in my entire life.
it's
It makes
very
New York look
expensive.
cheap.
Yeah,
Um, what was my point with that? I forgot. But oh yeah,
driving,
everyone there drives either like 1 mile per hour or 300 miles per hour. Like
that's how it
they're
is here
either
too.
really, yeah, they're not. Oh, Sea Striker, I love you. Thank you. I
Aw.
identify as practically 19. I'm trans age. I identify as that. People ask why I lie about my age. I'm like, hey, when I have a ring on it and I'm married and I'm not single, I will be honest about my age.
I don't even remember how old I am anymore.
See, I haven't decided yet how old I am.
I'm 25, it's fine.
Me too. Oh my god, happy birthday. Wait, so how long have you and your man been together?
16 years?
Aw.
Yeah.
Is he has he always been conservative? Is he more like a former lib?
He actually was conservative when we met, and I thought I was still, like, on the fence, like, I mean, obviously, I was starting to get more over here, but I didn't wanna, like, admit it, you know? But he has always been conservative, his family's conservative, they are great.
Aw.
Um, but, like, yeah, I don't think I can see him any other way. He was, in the Marines and stuff, and, like, a lot of his values, I feel like, came from that and his family, so
Oh, I love that. You know, it's funny when I was a liberal still, I dated a Republican once, and I felt so badass telling all these bitches I knew. I was like, I'm dating a Republican. It was like saying you're dating a convict. I felt like
Oh
such a
my
bad boy. They
gosh.
would be horrified. I'm like, yeah.
I mean, but probably sane.
You know what's funny is now I'm like 1,000 times more right wing than that guy is. He followed me recently on
Isn't it
something.
so weird when
He's
people
got
from your past
pronouns.
follow you? Is it weird?
Yes, it's weird, and he has pronouns in his bio and was calling
What?
me far right. I'm like, I out Republican the Republican.
So that's the other thing I'm noticing lately. Have you noticed no matter what spectrum of the right you're on, everybody is far right to them? And I'm
Oh yeah,
like,
completely.
I'm a moderate, like very much so. I am not extreme right. Because I do believe in I just think the government should get out of everybody's
Yeah.
business.
I consider myself an independent who votes Republican.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I got so frustrated with our own party, like, to be honest, in the last month, I was like, "I'm about to be an independent." Like, I
Just
would
the last
never
month? What happened?
like, after just seeing no accountability, I was just starting to get really frustrated because I'm on the internet, "This is gonna happen. We're getting news about this," and then nothing happens, and then it's kinda like you become like a punching bag for people because 'cause they're like, I thought you said this. I cannot control the outcome. I can only tell you the news that I
Yeah, I'm constantly frustrated with the Republicans. Like, they kind of suck.
Yeah, I think like the far right is absolutely driving me insane.
Same.
Absolutely. And for me for them to get on the internet and call me far right makes me really like stabby because I'm like, dude, I am nothing like those people.
No, it's funny, like, different events I've done and stuff, like, I've been protested by both the far left and the far right,
Yeah.
but I'm still far right to these nut jobs. They
It,
think the political compass is it's based so much in narcissism because they think it's me and Nazis. And that's
and
there are 1,000 genders, but only 2 points of view in the world. Mine and Nazis.
do they like to tell you that we hate you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, they're like, what is it they say? You'll be next. They're gonna put you in the ovens next.
They're absolutely insane. Yeah,
And the
my
thing is, I
friend.
always feel like also, even if that were true, which it's not, but even if that were true, well, you people hate me too. So it's people who hate me or people who hate me. So I might as well just go with my principles.
It's absolutely insane to me. I feel like they say they're so inclusive, but then the people that get the most hate are the people that they say that they care most about. Have you noticed that?
Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like they hate it a lot more too if you're any sort of minority or any sort of come from any group that they consider one of their little pet groups, they hate it so much
Yeah.
more.
Like even me just being a first generation, they're always like, "How dare you?" And I'm like, "Dude, I've had family members get deported and I wasn't sitting there yelling at the freaking government. Like,
Yeah.
don't do dumb things.
Yeah.
Like you
And
caused that."
it's not only selective outrage, it's selective empathy. That's their favorite word, empathy, but there is zero for anyone that doesn't fit into their narrative. Anyone who's killed by an illegal.
Yeah. I'm so sick of their empathy.
Ugh.
They're getting on the internet crying. I'm like, "Can you imagine setting up your camera and then just crying into the camera and then, like, playing it back and then deciding that that's what you're gonna put on the internet?" I'm like,
I can't with these people. I have some of those I want to show you. The worst, by the way, are the ones. Have you seen these videos of these white chicks talking to their kids about ice and showing their kids ice videos and crying? And I can't.
my gosh.
So I want to show you some of these, but first, let's have a very quick word from our sponsor.
It's time for my grifting. Give me all your money. Don't just be a drifter. Help me be a grifter.
Fuck you, pay me.
So if you like the channel, help support the channel. Send in your super chats, become a channel member, join my locals, join my Patreon. We do lots of fun stuff. We had movie night last week. We are doing movie night again this weekend. So y'all let me know what movie we should watch. We just watched The Thing last weekend. It was amazing. And,
That was hilarious.
and obviously support this queen right here. Her links are below. You probably already follow her, but if they don't, where can people find you?
I am on every platform. I am on X, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, all Clerpatriot, and then I do have Sunday nights at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, Red Wave Unfiltered, which is my new podcast with Maga Meg.
Ooh, nice. Where do you do that? Just everywhere, or is that TikTok?
It's on so it's the Patriot Source Network on YouTube, but it's also on X and we don't do TikTok because we will just get banned.
Yeah.
Um and it's on Rumble.
Oh, nice. Yes, y'all check that out. You need to teach me how to TikTok because I've been banned from there like 5 times. I gave up. I have an account on there that has like a couple things on it, but
Yeah.
there's the one platform. So like I've been banned from like every platform, but TikTok is the one that I just can't figure out how to get around it. The things that they would ban me for, I can't figure out what I possibly said because I used to do these videos where I would find some like crazy liberal or something, and I would do a split screen where I'm just repeating verbatim what they're saying, like kind of making fun of them. And those are the ones that they would get really upset about and ban me over. I'm like, so they can say it, but I can't say
But
the
you
same
can't.
words.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So, like, I will share a video of a screaming liberal, and she'll say something like kill, and I will have to bleep out what she says, even though that video came from their platform. But if I say it, it's a problem.
I hate when they use their little baby words, or unalived and
Yeah.
pews. And I hate
It's
that so
so
much.
stupid, but, like, that I'm gonna knock on wood. I'm still on my first account, like, I've been through hell with shadow banning and getting videos taken down, but I've managed to stay up because I have adapted to their language, but I am so exhausted with it. Like we're still they transferred ownership and we're still getting the same thing. Like I had a video almost at 700,000 views and in the last 3 days it just keeps going down. Like do they not like how does that work? Cuz now it's at 245,000 views. Like,
Yeah.
and it started at 700,000, like, I don't know, and they're still violating people left and right. That sounded wrong, but giving people violations.
Yeah, whenever I have a video do well on there that'll get like a couple 100,000 views, I'll get some warning or something, and then the next video is like 7 views. I'm like, you
Yeah,
people did something.
it's ridiculous. I love how all the liberals, as soon as the app switched over, started whining that they were gonna get censored, and I'm like, "Join the effing club.
Gee.
You want us to play you a little violin? Like, really?" Um, because we've been dealing with this for, like, forever now, so, like, you guys, if it's your time, I don't think anybody should be censored, but I'm
Same.
definitely not gonna have any sympathy. Like,
No, what happened to, "Oh, they're a private company, they can do whatever they want."
not so much anymore.
No.
Now they yeah.
These people, they just have no universal principles. It changes in every situation, whatever they decide upon.
Yeah,
Also,
it
hey,
does.
Maga Meg, I gotta get you
Meg
on here
Meg!
soon.
Yes, that is my girl. That is we do our podcast. It's so much fun. You'll have
Oh
to
my
come
god,
up on ours sometime
I
too.
would love to.
We're just
I want
learning how to do that.
I'll help. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. You teach me how to TikTok, and I'll teach you how to stream stuff. Not that I'm very good at it, but
You are, your graphics are amazing. I was like,
oh,
watching,
thank
I'm like,
you. You're the best. Yeah, we should like help each other out.
yes.
Help each other violate people. Drew, this is a really good question I wanted to ask. Who are we liking for Florida governor? I know who I do not like.
Who do you not
I
like?
I cannot stand this guy from the moment I saw him and everything, even for no reason initially. I'm just like bad vibes. I do not trust this guy. And everything that I've seen just confirms that. What's it? Fishback?
Yep. I like
Bad, bad,
Byron.
bad vibes.
I really do like Byron. I know like some people have some issues with Byron Donalds, but I think in the grand scheme of things, he really has a lot of the same beliefs as Trump, which I voted for Trump, so I will
Mhm.
vote for him too.
I haven't really started researching them yet because I think it's not until like August. Um,
Yeah.
there's the guy, I don't even know his name, the one who's like DeSantis's lieutenant governor. I just want a third DeSantis term. So whoever is closest to him, I'm for.
I wish that he was gonna get to stay to or keep being our governor. He's absolutely amazing. I hope that he keeps going and we don't that's not the end for him with politics.
Same.
Like, he would be awesome in a cabinet, you know? Like,
Yeah.
he is such a bulldog, and he gets things done, and he keeps his word, so I I love DeSantis. That was a big reason I wanted to move down here, and then he's leaving.
Same. Best governor. I wish for 2028 that him and JD Vance would team up.
Me too, that's, like, the dream team, to be honest. Like, I would
I know.
just and I just my thing is I wonder with how much experience DeSantis has, if he would wanna take a role like that wasn't the president, you know?
Yeah. I don't even care what it is. Just I need him involved in anything. So yeah, just having not researched them, whoever was with DeSantis is kind of who I'm leaning towards. I know there are people who don't like Byron Donalds. I don't know why though. I've heard people call him a rhino, but I don't know what that's about.
I've heard that too, but I can't really find anything unless somebody in the comments knows exactly what it is. Like, I've seen a lot of rumors, but I haven't seen a lot of proof, you know?
Yeah, same. Um, yeah, I can't stand this guy. And now I'm hearing he went out with girls who were underage and like everything about him just reeks of bullshit to me.
Have you seen the dude that's running for Congress out of Tampa? He is awful. Like, he gets up on the
No.
internet and calls for violence against the president, and like, he's like such a
Who is
leftist.
this
Like,
asshole?
oh, what is his name? It's like Mike something. He's running for
A
whatever
Democrat,
district.
I'm guessing.
Yes. Let me see if I can
Yeah.
find him.
Yeah, I'll try to find him. Oh my god, I'm guessing you saw Ilhan is our new Jesse Smollett.
Yes, so staged, so staged.
Did you guys see that? Did you see where they're looking at each other too? So this guy threw wasn't it like vinegar?
It was apple cider vinegar.
Why?
Absolutely ridiculous.
These
I
people need
think
to
it
go
was
back to acting
staged.
school.
Somebody
Sure.
posted a picture. It was a quality acting, and it said AKTING.
Like the Leering Center, the Acting
The
Center.
acting center.
I wanted to show you this video. This is what I was saying before. I can't stand these white chicks who go on social media with their child to brainwash them. And, ICE is clearly the current thing at this point. Oh, I hate this so much. I hate it.
Gotta calm down. You're not mad enough. You're not mad enough.
Wait, don't play music. They're gonna get me taken down.
Does it look like it's really hard to watch? I know. I don't know why they do that. But
They
I
gotta
think they
have
shot
the
him out
show
of
tunes.
rage.
Does it look like he posed a threat?
No.
Why are people telling different stories?
MAGA will do anything to make sure that ICE is seen as innocent.
Federal office.
I love how the kid is trying to remember what the right answer is.
Yeah, it seems like it was fed to him beforehand.
Officers are on the American streets executing U.S. citizens.
Executing.
You're a bad.
Oh, Aunt.
You're a bad parent. This woman is a bad.
I can't with these people. I can't with these people.
I've seen videos of her before. Like, she is straight up indoctrinating her children. And she's one of those weird homeschool moms that like thinks she's better than everybody while she's sitting in her house teaching her children whatever CNN is saying at the moment.
This is what I'm talking about though, that like, wait, let me pull this up. Sorry. Yeah, this is what I mean though, that these people are so brainwashed, they're just completely captured by ideology.
I just searched for a bulletproof fucking vest. I spent a year wearing one in Baghdad. And here I am 20 fucking years later, searching for one.
Look how she's smiling.
Because my government wants to fucking kill me. To anyone who voted for him, and especially those that keep supporting him,
hi.
Fuck you. Fuck you. And it's not just fuck ICE, it's also fuck Border Patrol and fuck federal agents.
And fuck you.
And also, I guess, if anybody has suggestions, I'm starting to make a list of things that I need to purchase to prepare for what is inevitable.
Doomsday?
Um,
What's inevitable?
Yeah.
Poor cat.
Let me know what's on your list. Let me know what I should get.
Bottled water, canned food?
Because here we go.
Is she planning on jumping in front of federal agents while they're doing their job? Is she planning on running them over? Like,
these people, I love the glee on her face though, is that these people, this
She's
is
like-
what I think is the issue with these liberal white chicks. They're not getting laid. Their husbands aren't banging them. They're unloved, unlaid, very bored, very unhappy, middle-aged broads. That's the crux of the issue, I think.
so what I don't understand is it says that she's a mom on there. Like, how do you become a mother and then still support all this crazy BS?
And that's what you're imparting on your kid. Oh, I'm going out in a bulletproof vest. Because I might be executed in this. And these people, they really believe this, that they're going to be executed in the middle of the street and they're having to prepare. What's she preparing for? Doomsday?
Sounds like it.
Which
Sounds
is
like
funny because I thought it was liberals who always made fun of like the nutty doomsday preppers.
It was. The times have
It's in the
changed.
mirror now.
But, like, let's be honest, not a single one of them would even know how to take care of themselves. They would not know how to, like, grow their own food. Like, they are so freaking pampered, and they don't even realize it.
I love this. I'm the exact same way. I voted for all of this. If you
We all
voted for this,
did.
if you
I love how
support
they
him.
keep asking us, is this what you voted for?" Yes,
Yes.
effing what I voted for.
And we were saying earlier too that like it's sad to see situations like what happened with Renee Good in this, but it's their it's their culpability. They're responsible for their own behavior. I feel sorry that people have been brainwashed to that level.
It's yeah. I just can't imagine. Like I said before, I cannot imagine just moving on to the next thing. Like I guarantee this week, at the end of the week, they're supposed to pass another budget, and they're trying to make it about ICE, which ICE is already funded anyways. But they're going to shut the government down. That's going to be the next crisis. We've moved on past Minnesota because Tim Walz, I guess, I don't know what Trump said to him, but I guess we're moving on from that. And now I guarantee the next crisis is it's gonna be another Schumer shutdown. They'll be like, "They're not funding healthcare."
Oh God. Well, I think they're really doubling down on this being their current thing. It's bugging me so much that like any enjoyment I try to find outside of politics, YouTube channels, I watch movie channels, horror channels, every single one is just all abolish ICE, they're murdering people. I'm like, you stop.
I just love how they were all about, like, free Palestine and then immediately, go on to this, and there are literally people in Iran that are in horrible situations that are fighting for their freedom. Not a word. Have
Not
not
a
said one
word.
single word.
Because they don't want to tick off the muzzies. They will always be on the same side of Islamic fundamentalism.
Which makes no sense because they would, like, never survive in those countries, ever.
No, they would never go to those countries. That's their entire ideology, though, is just at an arm's length. Everything is from a distance. They will never have to live amongst us. They will never have to be anywhere near Palestine or Iran or anywhere like that. So it's easy to run your mouth when you don't have to live with the consequences.
Yeah, and, like, you know what I don't understand about Ilhan? Isn't she Muslim?
Yeah.
So, how can you be a Democrat? And because, like, the Democratic Party stands for so many things that religion specifically, like, people get stoned for that shit. Like, and how are you a Democrat? Like,
I
it
think they
confuses
call it
me.
takia. I think it's a form of just pretending to be okay with all of this so that they can further allow Islam to conquer in the US.
Yeah, I bet you're right.
Because
And
that's what
she
it
had,
does.
like,
It's
a wine company that is obviously fake, but they're not even supposed to drink.
she has a wine company?
Well, that's what you haven't seen? So, Benny
No.
Johnson exposed so her wealth, don't quote me on exact numbers, but her wealth went up by, like, 30,000,000 or somewhere around there, and there's no explanation for it. Well, they put on the paperwork that all this money is coming from this winery, this vineyard, and then Benny Johnson exposed this vineyard is, like, not even making or producing any wine. There is no reason for her wealth to increase. And, like, Benny even started calling the number of the winery, and it's like, it doesn't work. The number doesn't work. That they have nowhere in any stores where you can buy this wine. I guarantee that that money is from the Quality Leering Center.
All of these things are just such slush funds.
It is, and they're funding, like, I guarantee, allegedly, I'm gonna say allegedly, that they're funding all of these protests.
Yeah.
The masks that show up and the expensive face coverings and the gas masks, like, somebody's paying for that.
Oh, I love when something happens and they have all their pre-printed matching signs by the
Exactly.
thousands 10 minutes later.
It's like when, Maduro, the next day, they had signs, and they were, like, professional signs. And, like, how did you get these mass produced?
We
Like, I wonder if they
no
just have a
kings, though.
warehouse.
We
Yeah,
love
no
Maduro, but no kings.
no kings except Maduro. And I think they thought that that was gonna be the thing that got, people to riot. I really did. And then, turns out they needed Renee.
They go from one outrage to the next. They had spent 2 seconds on that, and now this is the current thing.
Yeah, and they kept saying that like China and Russia was going to come after us. Didn't happen.
Nothing they say happens. Like, I get whiplash trying to keep up with their current things. I can't with these people. I think, well, I wanted to point this out too. This is very true. Never mind how these weirdos cheered over the killing of Charlie Kirk and the attempt on Trump. Yep. But then they're pretending all this shit. I really think when they assassinated Charlie, they took out the last man alive to have patience for these people, because I certainly don't.
They did. And that was what's insane to me too, is they said they were trying to say that he was far right. And I'm like, no, he wasn't. And
He was keeping the far right away. Without him, the far right is spreading.
The far right has gone crazy now because Charlie is gone. They really, that whole situation, I think that changed our country for forever, because now people have become more radicalized because they see the evil in these people. Like, people that were never political have started to speak up a little bit more, at least. And some people like full on yelling on the internet, like, you will not silence me. I'm like, you guys poked the bear to a whole other level.
Yeah. Oh, Meg, I love Meg. You got to come on here soon.
Meg is amazing.
She's
you
amazing.
Guys would totally
Also,
vibe.
We obviously have the cutest people on our side. Claire, Meg. Like, who wants to look at the libs?
Oh, yeah. Have you seen that mossy matriarch?
Who's
She's
that?
this TikTok creator. You should like keep her in mind because she makes like the most ridiculous videos.
Is she an angry lib?
She's a leftist, but she like calls for them. She's like, it is time. It's time for us to go and blah. Like, she acts so tough.
What's her
and
name?
then
Mossy?
Mossy Matriarch.
She sounds like she'd be mossy and, you know.
That is like the
between her legs.
epitome of like what the leftist woman looks like.
I have to see that. I have to see this. Oh my god.
I bet you can guess what she has on her face.
Whoa! I just came up with a picture or a freeze frame, and oh my god, the SSR eyes.
Yes.
Never lie.
And the freaking septum ring, and she just got it all going on. And like, the girl thinks she's so tough, and it was hilarious because we used her videos, and then the FBI showed up at her house like a couple days later. And
I've seen things like that.
She was shaking like a leaf.
They always are. Oh my god, let me pull this up. Ugh. They always have these eyes. They always have the crazy eyes.
Yeah.
Just a reminder to everybody that No Kings is not a revolutionary movement. 5051 was a grassroots movement built by people like me who wanted to make sure there was enough people in each state to make a revolutionary movement work.
She's a
And then at a
revolutionary,
certain
Claire.
point, it got co-opted. And people who were building it to be a more revolutionary movement, when they started saying revolutionary things, were threatened to be banned or were kicked out. And essentially, its whole function is to keep people from actually uprising, to make sure that when there are millions of people in the street, they don't do anything. They've turned protesting into permitted parades to keep people safe. Because
they're not violent enough for
what
her.
Nepal did, because that only took them 2 days. And yes, we could do that in the United States. That's the number one thing they don't want us doing. It's great seeing that we can get millions of people in the streets, but if those millions of people aren't doing fuck shit,
if they're not violent
some
enough
signs around in a parade,
what do you do, bitch?
Fucking point.
Yes, she's always telling everybody else to be violent.
Stay.
Yeah.
On the 18th, go, and then make sure as many people stay as possible and start a 24-hour one.
Yeah, you go be violent, not her.
Just 4 people decided not to leave. Once you stay, other people will follow, but you have to stay and ask other
Her nose
people
is
to
too
stay.
distracting.
And when the grassroots organizers that built 5051 see that that's what people are doing, they will get behind it.
Oh, I can't with these people. I can't. I feel like I've really reached my limit of tolerance that I have for these people.
I love that these little white liberal women that like ICE could literally, let's be honest, just throw her over their shoulder and like get her out of the way. I love how all of a sudden they're like, I am leading the revolution. Like sit down.
Oh my god. Hey, cat lady, thanks for being here. I see love sending love from Israel. Thank you, my love.
Aw,
Only
hello.
you two are sane, and me. I agree. Thanks for being here. Hey, we have Australians here. We love
I
you,
love it.
Australians.
We were just saying earlier, we love the Australians.
Yeah. Even the wokies here in Australia are all like, fuck ICE. But how does it affect them? What does it have to do with them?
And they
You
did. They
bitches do retarded
cheered.
stuff.
They did,
Mhm.
yeah.
Why do they insist on looking like cattle? It's so true. Septum ring is no, absolutely not.
It's like the first step to realizing you've lost your dang mind is putting a hole in your nose. Like right through the middle.
Oh, it's I used to have the side nose ring.
I have a
Never the
side
septum.
one.
See, that's kind of
I
cute.
think
But it's
that's
like
acceptable.
they then when they have the bull ring and they always have the bangs like this.
The little tiny bangs, and then like they lift their arms and there's like and I'm like, ugh.
They have
And
the
you just
bingo wings.
oh, and you just know that so when I went to SAS, Turning Point, in Tampa, uh, a lot of the On F America tour came, and they all like, do they not care about personal hygiene? That's
No.
they just it just was there was a smell, and I don't.
I don't understand how anybody takes a grown man who calls himself Destiny seriously
Yes,
and who looks
yeah.
like that. I'm sorry, I can handle certain levels of unattractive. I can't handle that level.
And he's just absolutely off his rocker. They all are. Like, I just there's no debating them when all they do is scream over you and try to straw man everything
Mhm.
and try to make it seem like you're some horrible person. And I'm like, how do you have a debate with that? Like they took out Charlie was the last person that would actually sit there and listen to that and try to help them understand while they're like, you're a Nazi.
I really have lost all patience with these people. You can't what was very difficult for me to realize and took years is that, I switched sides because I cared about the truth. These people, it's not that they don't know what the truth is. A lot of them don't know, but more importantly, they don't care
They
what's
don't care.
true. You
Yeah.
can show them all the facts in the world, they don't care.
Yeah, they just,
It's
it's like
arguing
narcissism.
religion with them.
I think they're all raging narcissists. They can never admit that they were wrong.
I'm so sick of these people. I'm so sick of these people. All this anti-ICE shit, the fact that it's invading every facet of everything, it's just wearing on my last friggin' nerve.
Same. I think that's why I was like so frustrated. Like I said, I was like, I am about to just be like, I am an independent because I just am so frustrated. Like I'm so sick because like honestly, being a content creator, I am not saying that I have it worse than anybody else in the country. So don't take it that way. But anytime something happens, we just get like eaten alive on the internet over
Mhm.
and over and over again. And all I see is those comments that you're talking about. And it just literally makes me want to pull my hair out.
I'm so sick of these people.
Yeah.
I'm like, can we just deport ourselves at this point and go live on an island?
They
I'm
keep
gonna
telling me
call
I'm
ICE
gonna
on
get
myself.
they keep telling me I'm gonna get deported. I'm like, I was born here. Like, where are
Yeah.
they sending me? I mean, if they send me to Illinois, I can just drive back. You know that, right?
That would suck though.
It would.
In
Like,
this weather.
send me to the Bahamas.
Oh, that sounds nice. By the way, we probably wrap up in the next like 5 minutes or so. So if anyone feels so inclined, send in your super chats, help support the channel. And also leave comments after because the algorithm hates me. So after the stream, leave a comment and like it and do all the stuff. I'm bad at this. I'm bad at reminding people to do that. And
I'm really
also
bad at that too.
let me know what movie we should watch this weekend. I think we need to do a Tales from the Crypt marathon. Do you
Oh,
love
I
that show?
missed that show.
I've been having a marathon of I love that show so much.
With the creepy guy, the crypt creeper or whatever.
I
He
love it. That is my boy. I love him.
What is it on?
Nothing. So I have like a hard drive where I collect sort of lost media. So like all these shows, because there are apparently lawsuits with that show that you can't stream it anywhere, and they don't have The Apprentice anywhere. So I have a hard drive with like Tales from the Crypt, Celebrity Apprentice, all this stuff. When people ask what's on
amazing.
your hard drive, I'm like, about 150 episodes of Celebrity Apprentice.
You're like
'Cause I'm a nerd.
innocent things.
Have you ever watched that show, by the way? I need to do a stream of Celebrity
I
Apprentice.
remember it, but I don't at the same time. Like I know I watched it, but
Insane. It was the greatest show ever. Yes, Lindsay, Tales from the Crypt was the best.
I love Tales from the Crypt. I can't believe you have it. I haven't even like I know I've looked for it, you know, because
We
it's
should
like
do
I
a
want to
stream
watch
watching
that.
it one night.
We should. That would be amazing.
I love that show. I knew we would love each other because there was some crazy leftist I saw recently, and I went to comment that it looks like the Hill people from The Hills Have Eyes, and you beat me to it. I'm like, oh my god, we know what's up. Are you a horror person?
Yeah, I mean, I really like everything though. I just don't like stupid comedy, but
Same.
horror, um, suspense. I like comedy, but I don't know, like some
I'm
of them I'm
very
like, you're
excited.
annoying.
I'm very excited for Scream 7, but I'm just praying that it doesn't suck.
Hopefully it's not cheesy.
I
Like
saw something
super.
today. I saw something today that makes me nervous. Let me pull it up. I'm not loving this too much. Hopefully this is I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
That's not good.
This is Scream 7. One of the characters announced that the character is a she they.
Why do they always do this?
There's a clear attack on our queer and trans community. I think small on-screen choices, such as a character in a major franchise wearing a pin that validates their gender as outside the binary, matters. I hope it means something to you to see Mindy's she, they pin on the big screen. It's not enough to have your bullshit pronouns. You have to wear it on a pin.
These people are freaking insane. And by the way, you can have all the rights you want. People will respect you as long as you're not pushing it on children. How about that? It's that simple.
I will not respect they them bullshit though. Like
Well,
it's
they,
not
them,
real.
no, it's
No.
not real. But if somebody wants to like be in their delusions, as long as you're not like, how dare you call me he or she, like that shit's gotta go.
Yeah.
You can be whatever you want. You just can't expect everybody else to feed into your delusions.
And you know what I find so interesting is when, because at first it was they call themselves they thems, but now it's he they or she they. I feel like this is inadvertently them admitting that the whole thing is bullshit because we
Oh
were
yeah.
told that their pronouns are so to not call them their proper pronouns is an act of violence and it is so vitally important. Now it's you could call me he or they or she or they, it doesn't really matter. I was told it mattered so much.
It matters so much because your mental health and like they were gonna leave the planet if you called them the wrong name.
Oh, yes, I know. Which, by the way, like that's they only speak one language, which is emotional abuse. It's always the language of
Always.
abusers. If you
Have
don't
you
do what I say, I'm gonna off myself.
Have you seen, like, some of the, arrest videos where they're trying to pull out, their pronouns, and then they're like, I have mental issues," and we're like, we know," and they're like, "You can't arrest me," and they're like, "I have anxiety," like, don't break the law.
Yeah. I saw did you ever see the arrest video of Ezra Miller?
I don't know.
That actor from what was he in Marvel movies or something? But he's a they that and he apparently was like molesting people and abusing people. Like he's a piece of shit. But there's an arrest video of him and he's like, I'm non-binary. I'm non-binary. You call me he, I'm non-binary.
I think I have seen this.
Oh, I hate these people.
It's literally that they need attention. Like, they have such a victim complex, and I think a lot of people raise their kids to, like, everything had to be wrong and they had to get praise at all times. And now we're not in that time anymore. And I'm sorry, I am not kissing your little butt. Like, mm-mm.
That's why you never see Italian they thems, because that shit they would have gotten the wooden spoon if they tried any of that shit.
It's weird because you don't see any Vietnamese ones either, but you see like other types of Asian. I think it depends how insane their mom is.
I feel like it's the cultures that don't coddle their kids that don't turn out
Yes,
to be they thems.
that's exactly what it is because Vietnamese families do not.
Yeah, they need attention and they can't get it through their own personality, so they think some bullshit identity is a replacement for a personality.
That's I think the school situation too, when they're pushing it on kids, they're using it as a way to get attention if they're not getting attention at home, or they think that this is a way for them to be different. But then, like in certain states, that's how you end up having kids that are like being groomed into these things. Like, no.
And then you have a lot of these bitch teachers that plant the idea in these kids'
Yeah.
heads that maybe you're really a boy, maybe you're really a girl.
Maybe you should stop trying to change people's children.
That aren't your own.
Yes.
You're a miserable, unloved, unlaid, childless cat lady.
They always have cats.
I know, and I like cats. I feel bad that cats get unfairly maligned by these people. Well, Claire, this has been amazing. Thank you so much for hanging out.
It's been awesome. It's been super easy. And like I said, you'll have to come on our show someday.
I would
And
love
you have to
to.
bring Meg on because Meg is awesome.
Yes, Meg, you got to come on soon. Hit me up. So where can people find you?
If you want to find me, I am on X, Clerpatriot, TikTok, same name, Facebook or Instagram. And then, like I said, on Sunday nights at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, we do Red Wave Unfiltered, our podcast, and you can find that on the Patriot Source Network on YouTube, Rumble, or it's going to be a space on X.
Yes, I love it. I can't wait to watch it. Everybody, please follow her. Oh my God, I love this. Dude, I'm trans non-binary. Don't touch my penis. I think he literally said that. He was like, I'm trans non-binary. You're touching my penis. Wouldn't it
That
be like
makes
your
sense.
Venus, your Venus, your Zenus?
Weenus.
They're gonna start spelling it like Xenis.
These people are absolutely insane.
But I'm so glad that I get to hang out with amazing, sane people amongst them. Like you.
Same. This was a good conversation.
This was amazing. I love you. Everybody, follow my love here. I will be back later this week with another show. And this weekend, we're doing movie night or Tales from the Crypt night. Let me know what you guys want to do. Let me know what we should add to the watch list. If y'all are not part of the squad, join my locals or my Patreon. The links are below, or become a channel member. I have multiple members now. It is a great thing. I love you guys, and I love you. Thanks for hanging out.
Love you.
I'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.